As we look ahead to the winter of 2025-2026, the signals are clear. A dramatic shift from recent mild winters is coming. Forecast models and long-range indicators point to a potent, front-loaded winter, with the most severe cold and heaviest snowfall expected in December and early January. This isn't just a minor chill. An early powerful disruption of the polar vortex could unleash Arctic air across North America and Europe, impacting millions. The main driver? An unusually early polar vortex disruption, likely to overpower other signals and set the tone for the season. Expect memorable cold snaps and significant snow events right from the start. This forecast is built on multiple sources: stratospheric conditions, oceanic temperatures, and historical analogues. Timing is key. An early disruption means the coldest air arrives during the darkest, coldest part of the year, maximizing its impact. The result? A volatile, dynamic start to winter, with shifting storm tracks and deep incursions of cold air. Now is the time to prepare. Check your insulation, service your furnace, and dust off those heavy coats. While the second half of winter may return to average, the initial period looks formidable. Regions from the northern plains to Central Europe could see conditions not experienced in years. In this video, we'll break down the science behind this forecast and what it means for your region. Get ready for a winter that could redefine what cold means. This winter, it's a battle between the Pacific Ocean's weak La Niña and the stratosphere's powerful influence. The real force is a major sudden stratospheric warming, or SSW, event. SSW rapidly warms the air above the North Pole, disrupting the polar vortex and often triggering extreme cold. That's why confidence is high for a cold start. SSW can override other climate signals and spark dramatic weather shifts. La Niña lingers, but the SSW will direct the main act. The stage is set for a memorable big chill. The stratosphere is about to take center stage. The polar vortex is a spinning mass of frigid air high above the North Pole, usually keeping Arctic cold locked in place. When a sudden stratospheric warming, SSW event occurs, this vortex is disrupted, sometimes split or reversed, releasing Arctic air southward. SSW happens when planetary waves from below break in the stratosphere, causing temperatures to spike by up to 50 degrees in days. This collapse lets dense, frigid air spill into North America, Europe, and Asia, often after 1-2 2. The result, a wavy, contorted jet stream that allows Arctic air to plunge deep into the mid-latitudes. The predicted SSW for late November 2025 is significant. It means the coldest air arrives at the coldest, darkest time of year. Minimal solar energy will moderate the incoming Arctic air, creating a perfect storm for severe cold outbreaks. This isn't just a wobble, it's a dramatic crash landing of the polar vortex. The impact zone? The most populated areas of the northern hemisphere. SSW events are rare, but powerful, and this one could define the winter. Understanding SSW is crucial to grasping why this winter could be so extreme. When the polar vortex collapses, it reorganizes the entire northern hemisphere's circulation, often triggering high-latitude blocking. Think of the jet stream as a river. Normally it flows west to east, but blocking acts like a dam, forcing it to meander. Large high-pressure blocks form over regions like Greenland, diverting the jet stream and creating southward dips that funnel Arctic air into the US and Europe. These blocks lock weather patterns in place, leading to persistent cold, snow, or rain for weeks. This winter, models suggest a powerful Greenland block, a classic setup for severe winter weather in the eastern US and much of Europe. The block reverses the usual flow, dragging frigid air from Siberia and the Arctic into Europe, and digging a deep trough over eastern North America. This trough becomes a pipeline for repeated cold waves and major snowstorms. High-latitude blocking is the mechanism that turns a stratospheric event into a ground-level winter reality. It's the reason a disrupted polar vortex can have such lasting, widespread effects. Expect prolonged cold and snow where these blocks set up. This pattern is a hallmark of truly severe winters. Blocking is what makes the difference between a cold snap and a historic winter. To predict this winter, we look to the past, specifically, the winter of 2000. That year, a weak La Niña and an early polar vortex disruption combined, just like this year's setup. Forecasters expected a mild winter, but a sudden stratospheric warming flipped the pattern, unleashing brutal cold and record snow across North America and Europe. The cold was persistent, with intense blocking locking Arctic air in place for weeks. Cities unaccustomed to harsh winters were buried in snow, and the Great Lakes saw immense lake-effect storms. This historical blueprint shows how a strong stratospheric signal can overpower oceanic trends. While no two winters are identical, the physics remain. A disrupted vortex and blocking can create a fierce, memorable start. The winter of 2000 is a powerful reminder. Don't underestimate the stratosphere. This year could deliver the most intense December cold and snow in a generation. The Arctic blast won't hit everywhere equally. Some regions are in the direct line of fire. The main cold and snow corridor will stretch from the northern Rockies through the northern plains to the Great Lakes. States like Montana, the Dakotas, Minnesota, and Wisconsin should brace for early, intense winter with frequent snowstorms and dangerous cold. The Great Lakes region is primed for prolific lake-effect snow, with cities like Buffalo and Marquette potentially seeing feet of snow from single events. The I-95 corridor from DC to Boston is also at risk for major winter storms, as the Greenland block removes the usual protective ridge. Nor'easters could combine Atlantic moisture with Arctic air, creating disruptive snow and ice events in densely populated areas. The pattern favors a cold, stormy scenario for the eastern two-thirds of North America. The southwest and west coast may stay milder and drier, but the heartland and east coast should prepare for a traditional severe winter. The battle lines are drawn. Much of the country is in the target zone. Preparation is key for those in the path of this Arctic onslaught. Europe faces a dramatic start to winter, driven by the same atmospheric forces. A powerful Greenland block will reverse the usual westerly flow, cutting off mild Atlantic air. Instead, frigid winds from Siberia, the beast from the east, will sweep across Central and Northern Europe. Countries like Germany, Poland, Scandinavia, and the UK could see severe cold and snow reminiscent of the 1980s. This will be a shock after years of mild winters, challenging energy grids and daily routines. As Siberian air crosses the North or Baltic Sea, it can trigger significant sea-effect snow, especially along coastal areas. The pattern reversal will be abrupt, 1 week mild and rainy, the next locked in deep freeze. This is not a subtle shift, but a fundamental change in Europe's winter regime. The winter of 2025-2026 could be a powerful lesson in atmospheric memory. For many, it will be a reminder of how severe true Arctic outbreaks can be. Europe should prepare for a winter that's both rare and memorable. This winter's cold is expected to be front-loaded, fierce in December and early January, but less certain after. The SSW's impact typically lasts 4 to 8 weeks before the atmosphere reorganizes. Meanwhile, La Niña is forecast to fade, transitioning to neutral conditions by late winter. Without strong drivers, the pattern will likely become more variable and less extreme in February and March. The persistent blocking that defines early winter should break down, allowing milder air to return. Expect a tale of two winters, a dramatic high-impact start, followed by a more average or variable second half. Cold snaps and snowstorms are still possible, but widespread, long-lasting cold is less likely. Prepare for a brutal start, but don't assume the entire winter will be severe. Flexibility and ongoing awareness will be key as the season evolves. With a historic early winter blast possible, preparation is crucial. Start now, not later. Service your heating system, seal drafts, and check insulation to keep your home warm and efficient. Ready your vehicle for winter. Check tires, battery, antifreeze, and assemble an emergency kit. If you're in a snow-prone area, plan for snow removal and stock up on essentials. This forecast is a reminder of the power and unpredictability of our climate system. Severe winters can still happen, even in a warming world. These events are part of natural variability. Long-range forecasts are about probabilities, not certainties, so stay informed as the season approaches. Local forecasts will provide the day-to-day details you need to stay safe. This winter could be memorable. Understand the science, prepare in advance, and face the big chill with confidence. The best defense is readiness and resilience. Stay alert, stay prepared, and you'll weather whatever this winter brings.